course, I was back at it like a jackrabbit on the next day. Yes, ma'am. After having a blast in Ybor City, I decided to try yet another club, of course. Y'all know how I get down. And we'll call this club number 3. Now, first of all, club number three's manager looks like Drake. So we were already off to a good start. I got there very early because I wasn't sure what their interview process was like. And I wanted to secure my spot. Now, club number 3, really well done. Small space, altered perfectly. Club number three's manager was very transparent about like what the club environment was like. He's like, this is a twerking environment. This is a money throwing environment. There is a way for everybody to make their bag. The private rooms are no longer in function. But if you're willing, you'll make your money. Very transparent. Again, drinks fairly cheap. Tipping at this club was only $50. But again, I got there early. I always do. When I'm out of state, that has become my new habit. Just getting there early because you don't know what some of these clubs' house fees are going to be. I worked at a club where the house fee was $150. So let us continue. Club number 3 had really good music, really good DJ. And I have to say, all throughout my trip, like it was nothing but good DJs and good music. This DJ combo, one of them happened to be from New York, and I spoke to them and I was like, what made you leave New York? And they were like, the money here is excellent. Like it's so much of a better move, which was just further affirmation that I was making the right move. And I had a couple of those that I'll continue to mention throughout the video. I love affirmations that I'm on the right path. But anyway, I made money in club number 3. Club number 3 was great music, great vibes. It was a twerking club. I seen some of the thickest girls I ever seen in my life in there. Okay. And I watched a girl make $3,000 on one stage set. One stage set. A stage set is typically a 15-minute allotted time given to a dancer. Homegirl made 3 times somebody's rent in 15 minutes. We love to see it. Like if your friends are not coming to the club and supporting you as a dancer, all those little split the bill birthday parties, cut it. So after club number 3, I was pretty drained, but I still had like a little burst of energy. And I love casinos, so I spent my burst of energy on the casino. I went to the casino. I did win. I hit pretty nicely. Off of a slot game, which was really cute. Learned how to play poker, which was nice. Casinos in Tampa do not give free drinks, which New York does, which I was like, not cute. But it's cute in the sense that the drinks are available 24/7. They have like snack bars. They have really helpful staff. And it's a great time. Like the casinos are open 24 hours, so it's a great time. Definitely would recommend if you have some time in between working and you decide to go visit Tampa, definitely go to the Hard Rock Casino. I got in so late that I was too tired to get up early for the next day, but I did make it again for mid-shift. Went to mid-shift. I went back to club number 2, believe it or not. But by the time I got there, their bathroom situation was figured out, which was cool. Went back to club number 2, made more money there because I started earlier in the day than when I first went. I was mid-shift, but I wasn't as late as I was the first day. And I went mid-shift until close. Nighttime money at club number 2 is a lot different from mid-shift money. Nighttime money was flowing really consistently. Club number 2 has a pool table and a little game off to the side. So you do have some people who come in mostly just to hang out. But again, the pace and the energy of the nighttime is totally different. It definitely picks up more. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. So, I did mention that there are 10 clubs on my list. I mentioned Club 1, Club 2, and Club 3, which were the clubs that I actually stayed at, got hired for, enjoyed being at. The clubs are either clubs I did not get hired at, clubs that I did not end up staying at long at all. So after the night where I went back to club number 2, um, I ended up going back to G5, club number 1, the next day. When I went to G5 this time, now that I knew the vibe, I knew what was going on, I went in there with totally different intentions, totally different perspective, and I did not drink or smoke at all. I was completely sober and completely focused. So with G5 this time, it was a totally different energy for me, especially being sober. Again, I was the first girl there, got ready. As soon as I came out, there were already people there. It didn't really get packed until like 1:30, but when it did get packed, again, the money was flowing. I had my stage sets, which of course I'm going to show you guys. And I met a really cool dancer who finally told me about the after hours. Yay! Finally! So the after hours is going to be club number 4. Now, I loved club number 4 because finally, they had private rooms. They had private rooms, and I love the private room structure in Tampa because they only charge you like $10 to $15 for entry into the private room, which of course the customer pays for. And then you charge what you want for your dance, or you accept your tips. You kind of just, you have more autonomy, which I really liked. So at club number 4, I, walked in, got dressed immediately, was ready. They did have a locker room. They did have a house mom, very well organized, especially for an after hours. Club number 4 was the club I paid $150 house fee. With the amount of money being made in there, it made sense why they charged that much. Sometimes you have to put it in perspective, like, okay, if I'm gonna make like $1,000 in this club, it's only right that the DJ get $50, the several security guards get something, the bartender, like it is a tipping industry. So it is important that everybody eats. Although I do believe that the dance industry and strip clubs would not exist and function without us dancers. I do believe that we need everybody. We need everybody on board. It's a ship. We need all hands on deck. So club number 4 was cool. Club number 4 was open until 6 a.m. So after doing G5, I went to club number 4. Homegirl that put me onto it actually drove me there, which was super dope of her to do. So at club number 4, I was just standing near the stage and there was no one on stage. So a customer literally just started throwing on the money on the stage and looking at me. So I took it as like, get on the stage and let me throw some money. So I get on stage, I do my set. It was great, a great set. I did not get video of that set because, like I said, I was getting to the bag. But this customer just kept throwing money throughout my stage set, and then, actually spent money on me when I got off stage, which was super cute. Club number 4 was a really good place to catch a vibe. They didn't have a big dance floor space where you can really work the room. It was kind of just one area of the floor, VIP sections where like people bought bottles and things like that, the private rooms, and then like the bar. If you know why you're there and you go in and you focus, you'll have a good time regardless. I don't No, I know I didn't drink at club number 4. Again, I was on my sober tip. I was very focused, and club number 4 definitely got me the bag. But you guys will get a money count the next time I go back to work, and we'll do a money count together. See how much I make in a week, on a good week. This is going to be a good week. So then we move on to club number 5. So out of all the clubs, club number 5 was the most familiar to me, where house fee is only $35. Cute, hella cute compared to clubs I was paying $60 to $50. Mind you, I made the most money in this club, which we'll get into. So club number 5, it was game night. It was Sunday. It was a Sunday. So my expectations weren't too high. But club number 5 was really cute because on Sundays, they have like a cabaret night, a drag night where, drag performers come and perform. So it was very different for me. I wasn't sure how it would work out. But the performance was only like 2 or 3 sets. It didn't take too much time or attention away from the dancers. The dancers actually tipped the performers because they were so outrageously talented. I tipped a performer as well. Great food, amazing drinks. Shout outs to the bartender. They had a pool table, which I love. People came in, bag alert came off, and I went up to them. I started talking to them. For them, it was just a long week at work, and they were just coming to hang out. But they ended up spending more than $400. So I say that to say, I know I said I wasn't going to talk money, but I say that to give you guys perspective that you never know who's coming in and who's going to spend what. Go up to people, talk to them. Of course, as you're in the game and you're learning and you're retaining certain information, if a customer is like going to spend money or not. So those certain customers that give you the not going to spend money or going to waste your time or not even worth the conversation vibe, those red flags start going off, trust those. But if you're not sure or open-minded to just shooting your shot and seeing what happens, definitely go up to people and talk to them. Because I did so, I was able to make $400 just from this group of people coming from work just looking to decompress, which was really cool. And then I made more money off of doing dances, and couples came in and spent money, and my stage sets at this club number 5 were outrageous. I was so proud of myself and a little bit disappointed that I have no footage to show you guys. That's how focused I was. So club number 5 was my last club. It was my last night working. If you think about it, 1 or 2 customers may recognize my face at those 5 clubs. That's 10 opportunities to make money. Love that for myself. Would definitely encourage when you travel dance, don't just lock yourself down into one club. Time to wrap it up. Finishing notes. Thank you guys for tuning into my first YouTube video. Again, I apologize that the quality is not, bomb.com, because I am recording off of my laptop, but I do plan on progressing, and it's going to be so exciting to see the contrast between this first video and future videos. But I think it was really important for me to not be the perfectionist that I can be, not be as anal as I can be, and just go for it and tell you guys what's on my mind, tell you guys about this trip while it's still fresh in my head and on my heart. As I am continuing to travel dance, will continue to take all the necessary precautions to keep myself and the people around me safe, which includes regular COVID testing. I got tested before I left for Tampa, and I will be getting tested soon, just to make sure that I'm safe. I want to continue getting bookings in different areas and continue working elsewhere, and it's important that I'm making sure everyone I'm around is safe. So that is it for this first video. I gave you guys a chunk of information to retain. When you think about money, think positive. See you guys soon.
In the club with a friend turned up, pass the hookah, pop the bottle, pull it up. I want y'all up in my section, so what's up? Throw some cash, throw some cash, throw some cash. Roll a blunt, bro, pass it till it's shouted. Damn, I gotta have a finest in the party.